What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome along to episode number 2 of the F1 Retro Career Series for the second race of the 2007 season for the Bahrain Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the first episode posted last week, make sure to go check that one out before you see this one. And as always, make sure to get subscribed for more future F1 content as the series continues on. So, going into this second Grand Prix, upgrades to be made on the car, 1,000 resource points to spend. It was a good first race in Australia. I was very pleased in terms of pace to start off, managed to get ourselves up into the points. Only got enough for one upgrade, I should think, on the car. I mean, a lot of these are major upgrades to start off. So we'll go for a minor one on the durability on the ICE, and we'll have that. I know. Oh no, it's not available yet. Oh no. I'm still waiting on the first upgrade. That's probably why. Okay, right. So we'll give that a minute. So we'll give resource points a miss for the moment. Obviously, no concern on the engine front. And there are the results in the first race. Alonso won the race from Raikkonen and Hamilton, your podium. We finished P6, narrowly held off that charge from Mark Webber. So work to be done then is try and maintain that pace over the course of this race weekend. So we'll advance time here by a few days. And unfortunately, not enough time between the two races to actually get upgrades on the car. Unless I can actually... I'll have one last look around it to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep, not enough on any of these three fronts. And the durability upgrade hasn't come through just yet. So, I have to leave it for now. No upgrades going into this race weekend. But it's time now for us to jump into the second race of 2007 with qualifying in Bahrain. Here we go. Qualifying lap in Bahrain. And looking to try and avoid qualifying last. I won't mind the back row, but last place I won't be happy with. I'm still not convinced if one shot is the way to go in terms of this mod, because I've just got no clue in terms of accelerating time, whether the AI are putting in times that the actual cars are putting in, or whether we're just slow. I've got no clue really. They're dead last here after a few corners. And if this was the actual game, I'd be concerned that the whole time is that far in front. 1.1 in front after a sector. I think, honestly, this lap has gone in the bin quite quickly, if I'm being honest. .5 behind. Yep, sector to go. And I can't see us qualifying anywhere other than last here. It's been a difficult lap. And again, I'm not sure if one shot is the way to go, whether I'll look into things further. Oh, okay, that's wide. I'll look into things further, but tough lap, and it means a lot of work to do in the Grand Prix. P20, that's pathetic. So Ferrari then 1-2, Massa on pole, Raikkonen in second, the two McLarens are Hamilton, Alonso third and fourth, Coulthard in fifth, then Kovalainen, Kubica, Button, Fisichella, and again out-qualified by Vettel, and we qualify 3.6 seconds off the pace in dead last. But obviously, things worked out for us in Australia. Can they work out here in Bahrain in terms of getting to the points? Have to wait and see. But time now for the race.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Let's talk about Cohen. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast. So they'll be disappointed, won't they?
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Here we go then, time for the Bahrain Grand Prix from dead last on the starting grid and hoping we can try and convert it to our second point score of the season. Strategy-wise, one stop once again, going the hard tire, going longer on the first stint and going mediums to the flag, keeping things as simple as we can as always. But now it's time to get into the race. Can we redeem ourselves from qualifying and get ourselves into the top 10? The lights are on here in Bahrain for the second round of 2007. Lights southward to the floor we're racing. Not as strong a start compared to the cars in front this time, but we get a chance at a dive going towards turn 1 if we're lucky. Going to send it. And gain 1, maybe 2 places. Past Alexander Wirtz on the inside of Davidson through turn 1. Takuma Sato in P13. Where did he come from on that front? But past those two. And once again, finding ourselves chasing down Nico Rosberg. As we were in Australia. Making a move to the inside. I see an end plate there. Oh, end plate went flying over our camera there. Not quite sure who that belongs to. Keep an eye out for anyone with damage. Just keep harassing Rosberg here. And shutting him out in rather harsh fashion, truthfully. But up past both Williams cars. Going to send it again on Barrichello, who I think may have the damage, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think he's good.
We like to see at the start. Well done.
Excellent. Right, so P16 then. We are well amongst the pack now. And working to try and chase down Sato. And I'm thinking it may have been David Coulthard with damage, because Coulthard started high up the order. So we'll keep an eye on him over the course of this next lap or so. Ralf Schumacher in the Toyota next in front. Heidfeld is also quite slow. Coulthard is practically ghosting through him at this stage, so it could be either one of those two. We'll keep an eye on the pair of them. I think it's Heidfeld with damage. Coulthard's got around him. And hopefully that damage will help him hold up Sato and Schumacher as we move towards turn 1 to begin lap 2. Of course, no DRS, just pure tow in play here. Pure slipstream. Into turn 1. And one of the cars looking up in front. Coulthard, I think. It's got to be Coulthard, truthfully. But around Schumacher.
Nice work. That brings you up a place.
Big damage on Heidfeld's car. That's a concern. So he can't keep stuck behind the Sauber too long here. We've got to try and advance sooner rather than later. I thought I saw scratches on his side pod. Whether it is or not, I'm not too sure. I had to see him go past, but really giving the Sauber some pressure here as we head down towards turn number 8. Gonna send one again. Bit of contact this time, and there is no front. There's no end plate on that Sauber on the right side, so it is Heidfeld with damage. We've squeezed past him though, and up now into the 14th position.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.3 seconds.
And Sato's pulling away here. So I'm a tiny bit concerned pace-wise. Vettel's there in P12. Right, let's put on Rich Mix, because I always forget that. That might also be playing into it, the fact that we're in a different fuel mix. Let's try it. So this should make us a lot faster.
We're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap.
4/10 a lap, lost to Sato. Big concern there on lap 6. Vettel's there in P12, so no points for our teammate either as it stands right now. Ralf Schumacher is putting us under pressure. Heidfeld continues to hold the rest of the field at bay as Barrichello now makes his challenge at turn 1. So move Barrichello into the 16th spot. And the Toyota again trying it there. We squeezed him a bit. Becoming a bit more of a recurring habit on this from that front. Closing that gap without a shadow of a doubt. Little by little. That'll be the thing. Little by little in this race. We'll take it lap by lap. Vettel in the pit lane. Okay, so we've got our first few cars coming in.
Max in the pits.
So Vettel's on those soft tyres to start with. So we're going to go up to P10 here. There is Raikkonen emerging from the pit lane. Of course, likely from up front. Of course, I had a decent scrap with Kimi in the last race, in the first race in Australia. It was very enjoyable. I'd like to have another one if we can, but not close enough. And Kimi will likely continue on. But if he can get around Sato, or he can catch Sato and those two waste time fighting each other, we can try and gain a place. Thing is, I've now got no clue how much I'm getting on Sato per lap because Kimi's there. So whenever I ask for the driver in front, I'll just get Kimi, which is useless because he's not our race. And it just feels like right now we're sort of closing in a bit and then getting reeled back in and then closing in a bit.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
As Schumacher goes for it towards turn 1, side by side with the Toyota. Ralph edges ahead. Let's keep an eye on Hamilton into turn 1 as well. It's going to be close. He gets held up behind the McLaren, and our rookie compatriot gives us a bit of a hand there through the first corner. But Ralph comes back out. He's going to defend the inside. Ralph gets there first. Towards turn 4. This could be a scrap and a half. Side by side with the German through turn 4. Ralph better exit. He's edging in front. Can we outbrake him? There was a bit of contact there. I'm trying not to hit him. And Barrichello now right on our tail. Can we send it on him going towards the right hand? Yes, we can. Contact. and just shoving our way past. No mood to compromise whatsoever. No quarter given to one Ralf Schumacher.
Great pass.
And we're in P9 for now. We're going to have to get the elbows out not to keep these guys behind, because I don't feel like we're as fast as we were in Australia. That is for sure. And Sato is yet to be caught by Raikkonen. Oh no, as I say that, there he goes. 5.7 in front. Now that's how much time we've wasted just through fighting with Ralf.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Central strategy change. Pitting later, yeah, that is not happening. We're staying out where we are. As Ralf again goes for it. Takes all sorts of curb there through turn 1. Alonso's behind all 3 of us. So this is going to be an interesting scrap. As Ralf tries the outside, Rubens is closing in. Bit of contact again. A light rub of the tyres as we head towards turn 4. And P7, didn't you notice that? And we are 5.7, 5.6 behind Sato. Schumacher trying the inside. Alonso fighting Barrichello for position into the last 2 corners. Very late on the brakes there. Ralf almost draws back alongside. Doesn't. And that is an ominous sight going towards turn 1. Not nice. Not nice at all, as Alonso will likely breeze past Schumacher and Barrichello fall back towards turn 1. Side by side with the Spaniard into the first corner. Can we try and keep him at bay? We can try and keep him at bay. At least briefly, Alonso wants to get on with it. He wants a scrap going towards turn 4 again. And for the second race in a row, we find ourselves running afoul of the Spaniard, the reigning world champion, Fernando Alonso, who we hold off into turn 4. But as this is going on, Sato now 6.5 in front of us. We are losing so much time here. And it might be worth now Alonso just getting on with it and getting past us. There's no point in really fighting him much. Still good fuel-wise. Do you know, we need something in the next couple of laps to really bring us back into this race as we get hit with another one. Another bit of contact. Barrichello closing now too. It's going to be 3 wide, I should think. Schumacher draws in front. Can we try and get a toe towards turn 1, get both these guys back? Desperate moves to the inside, switching it in. Going for it. Contact with Barrichello, lucky to avoid damage. And he's almost driving us towards the outside curb. I mean, Schumacher was there, so it's a tough one to be involved in, but we were there, we had a chance. As Schumacher now tries it at turn 4.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
So pitting this time then. And Schumacher gets around us once more. And again, going to try the outside. I don't like how they sort of like adjust this line going towards, or like in like mid-braking zone. Not to try and cover us off, but just to sort of move up a bit. Moves up slightly. It's disorienting, I'll say that. Oh! And I wasn't paying attention. We squeezed him. I didn't feel any sort of vibration, so I wouldn't think we gave him damage. Raikkonen's coming back in. Webber's in too. Webber's been up front the entire time here. I think Coulthard's been up front at some stage as well, although he may have pitted. Right, here we come. Let's just try and nail this as best we can. That was slow. That could have been faster, but it's slightly better than it was in Australia. And narrowly out in front of the Sauber. That was close. So we're able to slow the wing change. And there goes Rosberg out in front. Right, okay, medium tyres. Here we go.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
13 laps to go. 14 seconds back from Sato as we enter turn 1. I doubt we can gain it I doubt we can get it back at all. We're going to try and maintain pace here. No, we see a lot of cars coming in though, including Vettel.
Max is coming in for his stop.
Vettel in this time. Pit box is full. So are they also looking at fresh soft tires? They look at hard tires. So we could actually be at an advantage perhaps here. As we're closing all of them. Barrichello, there he is, P10. Oh my god. All of a sudden we've got a chance at perhaps a point in this race. You never know. big train of us now. There's Davidson. Barrichello emerges the lead car. Medium tyres for him and the Honda team. Rosberg medium tyres behind us. And all of a sudden, there's 1 point on the line. But Rubens is pulling a bit of a gap here. And unless we can stick with him, it may take a lucky DNF in the top 10 for us to try and get a point. And I want to say the fight's still on, and it is, but...
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Jeff, I think you'll find he's pulling away.
5.3
as Rosberg goes for us at turn 1. The German gunning for us once again, but this time I'm going to try and keep him at bay. Coulthard in behind. He's in 13th place. And the more we fight Nico, the more Rubens pulls away. So our race now might just be in closing as much as we can and hoping and praying we get a DNF in front to put us back in the points. But Fisichella's pitting. Fisichella making a change onto hard tyres. We may emerge in front of him potentially. It's going to be close. Barrichello's passed him. And there he is, right. So, we've had a pit stop and we're now up into 10th position again. So, 1 point as it stands. There's still 10 laps to go. So, plenty of time for change in this race, but anything could happen. Coulthard now in P11. We saw how fast that Red Bull is in Australia, but he's on the hard tyre. He's on the slower tyre compared to us, but our car is miles slower by comparison. Coulthard is close. 1.5 to Rosberg. Oh! I've missed my braking point. No! Coulthard gets around us. And I don't want that to be the one that costs us this position. Aye! I can see the other Renault. Fisichella is pitting. Oh, no, sorry, that's Kovalainen pitting. This is going to be tough here, and we're running out of chances. And at this point, I wonder how much we actually deserve a points paying finish. Again, we've got half the pack behind us. We've let 2 cars go pretty much. Kovalainen emerging now. There goes Rosberg. And there's Keke towards turn 1. And as we scrap over the last point, it's us against Nico for what is now P10 once more. Kovalainen rejoins in P13. This race is still on. Rosberg, though, going for it. And he's the one who gave us trouble in Australia last time out. Towards turn 4, we've got to keep Nico in our pocket, in our mirrors here, to have any chance at this point. I don't want to have to conserve fuel at any stage in this race. I don't want to have to turn that fuel mix down to standard or lean. Or standard, I think, at least, definitely not lean. I felt a tap there on Nico. He'll be on the outside for turn 12. We've got the inside, though, going through. We're going to have to send again. Nico is really, really troubling us. Davidson has been well behaved and kept behind everyone this Grand Prix, but now he's there in P12. As we defend here desperately for this last point, and I'm doubting we can keep these guys. I mean, we did it on 1 car last race. I doubt we can do it on 2 or 3 for 8 laps. Last time it was just Webber for 1 lap, and we had about a second advantage at one stage in that lap. But if we just run our race here, keep things quiet, then we should have a good shout. Rosberg challenges. Yellow flag. One of the McLarens. Hamilton's out. Is it Hamilton? Yes, it is. Hamilton is gone. Okay, so that's what I have to get used to, because Hamilton's one of the few drivers who had their name still in the game. But Hamilton's out, though. That's a retirement. And that means that, again, we can still sacrifice 1 more place and take a spot. Rosberg locks up. Down the inside in turn 1. Going for it there. It was a gutsy move and one that resulted in contact, but no warning, surprisingly. We've gotten very lucky today. And lucky, indeed, continues to be the case here as we'll now be fighting for 9th. Caution is out here at turn 4. And Hamilton,
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
for the 2nd time in 2 Ultimate Career Style series, Lewis Hamilton retires from the 2nd race. And in Bahrain on both occasions, too. There's something for you. That is your Zach RC fact of the day. Hamilton won't see the flag in Bahrain. Up to P9 now. 2 points for us now. There's 5 laps to go, though. And Nico again goes for it. Getting in the outside once more. For the better line through turn 1. Squeezing him out.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Made our one move. Rosberg can try the outside, but Kovalainen gets there first. Contact behind. Someone took a shunt from that. Not sure who.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Just going to try and save a bit of fuel now through this second sector as much as we can. And Sato's now in P6. Look at that. Fantastic from him. You've got to respect it. And a super Aguri, no less. That's what we did in the first race. And we're 4 laps away from 2 more points. To make it 10 on the season. If we can keep Hecky at bay. If not 9, it'll be 9 points on the year so far. Break a bit early there at turn 1. Hecky won't go for it. They're fighting behind, which is good for us. The more they fight into tighter corners, the more we can try and build a lead. Kovalainen is there. Breaking early there, Kovalainen has the inside line. Holds back on corner exit. And now Davidson joins the party as well. Hecky blasting past us. 3 laps to go.
There's 3 laps of fuel
Gonna need to
remaining.
outbreak all of them here. Sato defends us. Gonna try to the outside. He may have us this time. And this might just be Hecky Kovalainen taking P9 away. With 2.5 laps to go. But we're 2 laps from home now. And the entire pack, save for, I believe, Nick Heidfeld, who's fallen back a little bit, is right behind us. Best lap of the race so far. Davidson closing back in. Definitely not going to run out of fuel. We can keep the car in rich mix all the way to the end and not be concerned from here. Davidson got close but couldn't challenge at turn 1. Hecky's pulling away. Massa starts his last lap. This is going to be close. It's going to be very close here. There's still 1 lap to go, but up front, Massa is going through turn 12 as we speak. He is dominated. Him and Raikkonen
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
have commanded this Grand Prix from lights to flag. And he's just a corner from home as we start the last lap.
This is your final lap of the race.
Davidson going for it towards turn 1. Going to defend the inside. You'll see Massa coming through to take the flag as Davidson doesn't leave us much room at turn 1. Got to keep to his inside. Massa crosses the line. Massa wins the race. But our focus now is all about keeping this guy behind us, Anthony Davidson, on the run towards turn 4. Can we outbrake him? Yes, we can. On the outside, going to squeeze him once more. No damage done. No warning given. We've been very aggressive this race. This is my least favourite kind of race.
Front is 2.1 seconds.
My least favourite kind, in a sense, got to keep a big train at bay, and any car who passes us disappears off into the sunset. But that could be story of the season here in 2007 with this Toro Rosso. But we may have done enough here. We may have just managed to hang on to it. Davidson is closing in a little bit. He's almost 7/10 back. Make that 6.5. But we have done it. We've made several mistakes. This could have been perhaps in P7 at most, had we not made those errors we did. But the car can't compete at that level just yet. Lost out to Coulthard, Barrichello and Kovalainen, but we will come through now, thanks to Hamilton's retirement, and take 1 single solitary point from this race in Bahrain. A tough one, but we did it.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Ferrari have really pulled it out of the bag today. It's a great win. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari.
So there you have it then. Massa wins it from Raikkonen and Alonso. Dominant race in the Ferraris. Weber home in 4th. Trulli 5th. Takuma Sato, what a drive. P19 started alongside us, finishes P6. Had a better start. Works out for him. Coulthard P7. Barrichello, Kovalainen 9th. And we finished in the top 10, just in front of one Anthony Davidson. Almost a lap behind. Vettel down in P19 there. Again, tough race for Vettel. And it was Kubica who fell down the order to last place and not Heidfeld. Although I'm confident that Heidfeld had the damage. In terms then of the Drivers' Championship, it'll be Alonso who leads by 3 points, but Raikkonen breathing down his neck. Massa in 3rd place on 25, thanks to the win. And Hamilton down to 5th place. Webber now 4th in the standings. We sit in 9th place now. Fell down a few spots. 1 point behind Rosberg, 2 behind Trulli. Sato now 1 point behind us. And in terms of the Constructors' Championship, Toro Rosso down to P7. But now every constructor has scored. It was just only a few teams who are lacking points after the first race, but Super Aguri have also scored. They're 1 point behind us now, and the fight in the championship is well and truly on as Ferrari lead McLaren by just 7 points there. But guys, that'll do it then for this episode of F1 Retro Career. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more future F1 action. Have an absolutely brilliant day, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.